Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, the Trade with Ease YouTube channel. Today I will be explaining the higher time frame analysis and lower time frame entries combined. In my previous videos, I've explained how to master the higher time frame. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. How to master higher time frame, uh, higher time frame structure, how to master it, and then how to look for your key levels, your protected lows, your protected highs, your targets, target low, target like that, the external points, and all. I've explained that in previous videos. But in this video, I will be explaining how to analyze correctly on higher time frame and how to get good and quality setups on what on lower time frame. So let's let's start. This is ZAL USD. This is good ZAL USD on 4 hours. So let's say you open your chart and then let's say you open your chart and let's say you have a structure like this on higher time frame. Now, if I want to ask you what kind of trend is this? This is an uptrend, right? This is a buy structure, right? And if you have something like this is what this is a sell structure, right? This is a sell structure. Now, just these two things are much more important than anything else in the market. Just these two structures are what they're much more important than any other thing you want to do in the market. Now, if you open your chart and you have a structure, my network, you have a structure like this. You open your chart and have a structure like this. What you want to do is to what is to look for your key levels. I've explained this before, but I'm just trying to brush. Look for a key level where is meant to react from, something like this. Where price is meant to react from, and then where are your key levels in a buy structure? Your key levels can be located in your external low, external high, key levels, external low, external high, FVGs. FVGs is also a key level. Okay, we are just check other this thing. I'm not yet to be explaining that. I just want to brush your memory. But then your key levels are your zones where price are what meant to react from your higher time frame. So if you have higher time frame FVG, surely you are expecting price to react from it, right? You have a low order block like that. Same thing applies to a sell structure. If you have a sell structure, you want to wait for price to come and what react from a key level like this eye, this protected eye, right? Because this eye actually caused a break of a break of structure. This low actually what caused a break of structure. So you want to wait for price to react from them, then you want to look for entries, right? So I'm just pointing out this in order for you to know what you are doing in the market. Like I said, these two structures are much more important than any other thing we do. So this video will not be too long, but let's check. Yeah, let's check ZAL USD. Okay, ZAL USD. Now you open your chart and you have something like this on your 4 hours. What kind of structure is this? That's the first question you want to ask yourself. What kind of structure am I looking at? Is it a sell structure or is it a buy structure? Now, you want to first of all what? Go backwards and see the full picture. Because if you don't do that, uh you might end up mixing things up and then uh, getting it wrongly. For example, let's start from here. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that if you don't zoom out to see the full picture, you can mistake an uptrend for a downtrend. You think price is actually in the downtrend, whereas price is what trying to, is just retracing to what look for order and then reverse. So what kind of a structure it is? If I enter the market, I want to first of all know what kind of structure I have, and in order for me to know that, I want to what go back, use my tool, this part tool, and then let me start from here. This is a low. This is a low right here. This low has caused the break of this structure up to this point, right? We have that, then we have another low, then we have another high, like that. So price is now what? Retracing it. Now we have another low. And where is our target now? One target here, right? One target, sorry. One target that high, because that high is meant to be what? A weak high. Why did I say it is meant to be a weak high? Now, after you have drawn up your, after you have used your tool to draw out your trend, what you want to do next is to now locate your protected and your weak point, right? Now this low actually caused the break of this structure, and so this low is meant to be what? To be protected. That's low number one. Is meant to be protected. Then price did another thing. Price actually was retraced and then caused another break of structure. So now this low is meant to be what? Protected. That low is meant to be protected. Now, meaning that yeah, we are no longer concerned about this former low. What we are concerned about is this low and this high, right? That low and that high. So let's draw out this. All right. So what we are concerned, let me remove this, please. What we are concerned about is this low, and this high. This low and this high. Now already, you have already um, actualized or factualized that this particular trend is what is a buy trend. This particular structure is what is a buy structure, because if you check, price is what? Price is actually moving upward. Price is moving upward. Price is moving upward. Let's use this arrow to arrow to where is it? Okay. All right, let's just leave that. So now price is, let me use this particular price is what moving. In my previous video, I explained this thing. Price is what moving upward. You can always use your trend line to determine your trend. That's why we call it trend lines, right? So you can actually like use it to know the direction of your market. So now price is moving upward according to the way we have seen it. And we have already what? We have determined our low. We have done our structure, our low and our high has been what? Drawn out. So we have a protected low and we have a weak high. Now, what do you want to do as a trader? Now, I'm not saying that this trend that is coming, that you cannot get a sell trade. This is actually a trend as well. But this is what? An internal trend. This is just a reversal, a sorry, not reversal. This is a pullback to actually what? Come back to peak order and then reverse to what? Take out this high. So why price is selling, if you're able to get a sell entry, is not, I'm not saying is you can't do that. But what I'm saying is that you always want to what? Trade in line with the trend. You want to what? Trade in line with the trend. You want to follow the trend. If you want to win trades all the time, you want to follow the trend. So you can counter trade, you can get sell entries, but it is advisable to follow the trend. So now, because we now have this low, sorry, because we now have this low and this high here, and we know that according to our trend rule, the rule of uptrend is that a low that has caused a break of structure cannot be what? Cannot get taken out, cannot be, we cannot take that low out. If we actually takes out a load that has caused the break of structure, then we might want to what, expect a reversal. So automatically meaning that this low is what is protected, and the price cannot what go below this low. Price cannot what go below this low. If price should go below this low, then we can now what look for, we can now expect this eye here to be what, to be protected. If this eye actually, if this eye caused the break of structure, if this eye caused this push to break this low, this protected low, then we can expect this eye to be protected. But because that did not happen, then we can expect price to what go back, and now what continue the buy trend and break the structure. And this is, and that is what has been happening. So on Monday, price opened, and then the reversal started from here. Now, how did I was able to get a trade? I was able to get a trade here, but I'm going to explain it now because the title of this video is how to balance your sorry, the purpose of this video, not title. The purpose of this video is how to balance your higher time frame and lower time frame together in order to get good trades. So now we have internal structure, right? And where are your key levels in your internal structure, in your internal trend? Let's start from, let's say um, price has already like touched our protected point, and price is now reversing. So let's highlight this place. This place is actually a sell, it's actually a sell zone. This place is supply that didn't cause a break of structure. This supply did not break structure. So automatically, price will what, take out this supply, right? Price will take out that supply. So here is, let me just do it like this. So now we have this supply right here. Uh, we have this supply right here. So price reversed and took out this place, and then came back to react from it. Price came back to react from it. So you can like, by understanding all these uh concepts, what all these rules about trend, from here you can actually get a buy trade here. Let's go low. Let's go to 2 hours first. Okay, on 2 hours, this is the supply that we actually highlighted. So price broke this place, came back to react from it, and gave a confirmation buy. Can you see? Price gave us this buy candle, confirming that price still wants to buy, right? So now on, by yeah, by giving us this confirmation, we know that we want to buy. Now what do you want to do? You want to look for entries, right? And also on my lower time frame, there's this entry mode that I like to use. I always want price to manipulate before I buy. I always want price to takes out liquidity, takes the stop losses of impatient traders, or yeah, impatient traders, or price should manipulate some traders first before I would get to the market, before I get into the market. So I saw this after this buy candle, price started accumulating, right? Price started accumulating. Then this particular candle came below this place. Price took out these stop losses here. Price manipulates this, yeah, price manipulates the traders. After the price manipulates here, then broke structure. Price caused a break of structure right here. This is you using higher time frame to understand, or yeah, to understand what price is telling you before you can jump into it. So price manipulates, then cause a break of structure. So immediately if you go on your 15 minute, or let's try 15 minutes. If you go to 15 minutes, on 15 minutes we can see it clearly. We can see clearly that there's a what, a sweep of liquidity. There's a sweep of liquidity right here, and there's a break of structure, right? There's a break of structure. And now what you want to look for is what you want to see. I mean the zone you want to use as your entry on lower time frame. Now you want to see what another block. You want to see a buying prayer, right? You want to see a buying prayer. And then you want to see probably some trade actions around it, like inducement and all of that. So you want to use that right as confirmations. And then we have right here, we have another block. We have another block right here. We have, can you see price reacted from it? Now we have, let's see, we have another block right here. We have the buying prayer, right? That caused a break of structure. Then we have inducement. We have one, we have two, which are equal lows, right? So you can actually, you can from here get a trade. You can get a trade here. First buy, can get your first buy right here. Hmm? You can get your first buy right here. Just target. Okay, you can play your stop loss around here, and then target like 1 to 3. If you yeah supposed to be your normal exit point, right? Yeah, should be your normal exit point, which will give you 2.37 RR. But you can actually still target like 3 RR. Can you see our price give you a very uh simple trade? Now that is that. We have already won that trade. Sorry, let me return. So okay, so now let's go back to higher time frame. We are going back to our 2 hours because after entering a trade, after hitting your target, you want what you want to do is to what? You want to go back to our time frame to see what is happening next. You don't want to just trade blindly, right? So you want to go back to your higher time frame to see what's happening. So on your higher time frame, you have won this trade. You have won this, which is 3 R, right? Now from there, price started selling, giving you on lower time frames. This will look like a trend, a sell trend, right? Because actually a trend too, but it's just a what? It's just a correction being made by the market in order to what pick uh more buy orders and then return. So from here, like I said earlier, if you're able to get sell trades, it's not bad, but it's not advisable because you actually counter trading. So now let's continue. This is let's look at what price did next. Price came to this other block on higher time frame. Can you see? Price came to this other block right here because we have a what a buy order flow because we're already buying. Don't always have at the back of your mind that the reason why you're looking for a buy is because the order flow is buying because what you have a protected low, right, and you're targeting a weak eye, and by having that at the back of your mind, you know that you are not supposed to be like don't you shouldn't get carried away by any sell or any small sale that is happening. What you want to be looking for is buy opportunities, right? So price came to this other block and reacted from it. So by reacting from it, price gave this push, this buy. Can you see how thick this candle this candle is? So uh a buy, price gave us a buy confirmation. So by giving us this buy confirmation, how do you enter? Like I said, I already told you that you want to for you to enter on lower time frame, you want to look for price manipulating a low, right? If you are buying, you want to wait for price to manipulate, expand, and then you now what find your zone like your other block and all of that. So if if we want to take trade from latter, because we have already gotten our confirmation now that price is what? Price is what? Uh price is already what buying. Price is going to buy because this is a confirmation. But then internally we still have this zone here. We still have this supply zone on we still have this internal supply zone, right? Because price was selling before price came back to this place. So you want to get a confirmation that price wants to buy and price will not continue to sell. So by reacting from here alone doesn't give you the full confirmation. You want to wait for price to take out or break a structure internally. So we have this place, right? This supply, and the price traded into it. So from here is where you get your confirmation if you're going to buy or not. So if you go to 5 minutes, let's go to 5 minutes and see what happened. All right. So can you see on your 5 minutes, you have a sell trend. You have high, low, like that, high, low. You have this, and then you have another low. So and you have this supply zone right here. So even though price started reacting on like from your order block, it's still not advisable to just enter because price can still come to this place and then start and then continue to sell, right? So by price touching this um supply, and also you know that it is a high, it's supposed to be, this place is supposed to be a protected high, right? That price will now peak, trade from, and continue selling. So if we break this high, that will serve as a break of structure, internal break of structure, as a confirmation that price wants to buy, right? So price reacted, price touched the supply, came back, reacted, and then what? Price did this. Price swept this liquidity. Can you see? Price swept this low and then break structure. So now you now have two confirmations that price on your on your new buy trend, because internally price is now reacting from your order block, right? From your order block, and you want to buy. So price has given you a confirmation by taking a low and breaking structure, breaking this structure right here, and also breaking this high that is here. So that is a confirmation that price wants to buy. You can actually just what, look for order block, right? There's another block right here, and that was what I did. I just picked this other block. I picked that other block, and then I targeted uh, this eye, because this is where the correction starting from. So I know that price will take this eye. So that was what I did. The second trade, I just placed my buy from here, place the buy limit, put yourself right here, and then target this place, and that should give you a 5 hour trade. A 5 hour trade. Can you see that? I think this happened on Thursday. So it was even on Friday. Sorry, on Friday. Yeah, on Friday. So now, can you see how we balanced higher time frame structure and lower time frame structures together in order to get entry, right? If you look at it very well, no, our first confirmation and higher time frame 4 hours was that price could not break a low, right? Price could not break a protected low, and price is already, I mean, from this low right here, and price is now what, giving us, is already now is now already buying to what, take out the main external eye. We have not even gotten to that place, right? So internally, price is already giving us a buy order flow. Can you see? We have low, we have all these order flow. So what you want to do is you want to just, your lower time frame is for entries. You just want to look for a way to enter, and also don't just enter blindly. Wait, you have a way of entry. Like I explained mine for you. I want to see price to manipulate, takes out a low, right? Break of structure, then I can now pick that low because that place should be protected, right? Same thing that happened here. Price took out this place, break structure, and then I waited for price to react from. So this is how you can actually work, trade like professional, and you don't have to just pick. You won't have to just pick trade randomly or without knowing what you are doing. You can't just trade blindly, right? You can't just trade blindly. So you can go back on your chart. This is the recent gold price action. Just go on your chart and study. Okay, study. Everybody have a way of a way they study and a way of entering trade. But this is just to help you, just to brush you or helps you to understand market better, right? So now I hope you find value watching this video. Subscribe to my channel, please. If you like this video, please comment, like, share,